Today, let's break down what legally happens when fans fight at a game and how it could seriously ruin your life. Hey, I'm Mike, and I break down the business and law behind your favorite sports. We've all seen it. One fan's drunk, another says the wrong thing, and suddenly it's punches thrown in Section 214. Fan fights are way more common than you think, too. In some cases, people get kicked out and just go home. But in others, we're talking felony assault charges, lifetime bans, and even multi-million-dollar lawsuits. So where's the line between ejection and actual jail time? If you're yelling, refusing to sit down, or arguing with security, that could usually be a misdemeanor, disorderly conduct, public intoxication, or even trespassing. Often that results in things like ejection, fines, or maybe an overnight jail if it's really to that extreme. Local police departments, not the league, usually handle these things too. But throwing a punch, even if you miss, can be charged as assault or battery depending on your state. Could also be fines, court dates, and of course probation. And if you add any injuries to that, jail time is very possible. And remember as well, throwing beer, spitting, or even pushing someone can count as physical conduct under the law. So if you hurt someone, you could owe a lot more than just an apology. For example, Brian Stowe was beaten into a coma in the parking lot. The Dodgers were hit with an $18 million civil damages suit, and teams and victims will sue if there's negligence really in any way or a pattern of fan violence at these places. And if you get banned and come back to a game, that's considered criminal trespass, a completely separate charge. And yes, your face is probably flagged in the system now. You might think, okay, I'll just get kicked out, but it is honestly way bigger than that. Of course, there's ejection and arena bans because every league now has a fan of code of conduct, and most teams, of course, really do enforce lifetime bans. For example, a Utah Jazz fan was banned for yelling racial slurs at Russell Westbrook. Multiple MLB fans were banned in 2021 alone for using slurs or throwing objects. And arenas now use facial recognition and digital ticket tracing to ID and enforce these bans. They're tied to credit cards, emails, mobile apps, and yes, like I said, literally your face. You're flagged before you even scan your ticket. Plus, social media could be evidence. That viral clip of you yelling in the stands, if it shows you swinging, throwing, or even escalating the fight at all, teams and leagues and courts will use it against you. You're not just being kicked out of the game, you're being kicked out of the fan base, unfortunately. But so, okay, what happens after the arrest? Well, most fans try to plead it down, of course. Disorderly conduct, probation, and sometimes community service. It usually does not go to trial unless someone is badly hurt or they're just really having a bad day with you. But if you really do injure someone or go viral for being that guy, your odds do get completely worse. Judges and prosecutors see the clips, juries see them too, and teams don't want you anywhere near their buildings again. Remember, none of this is ever legal advice, but a word of advice fan to fan. Trust me, I've been yelled at by security. I've been around people who've probably been arrested at games. Please, if you ever get caught in that situation, shut up. Do not talk to the police without a lawyer. Do not talk to the media. Don't brag about it online. Just, you made a mistake. Sit there and figure it out. You don't want to be a TikTok meme, and you definitely do not want to be a criminal defendant. But here's a question for you. Would you press charges if someone swung on you at a game? And especially if they hit you? I mean, depending on the injury, obviously, but I don't know. I don't know if I would. It depends on really the situation. But drop your story in the comments if that's ever happened to you. You ever been around something like that? And just, what's the wildest thing you ever seen at a live game? And if you like breakdowns like this, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. You could also check out a couple more videos YouTube, and I think you really would enjoy. One of them is on players actually getting arrested, so see you over there.